Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Now this is going to be my review for Have and Have-Nots, and this is season 4, episode 18. You know what? It's amazing. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, we've literally been, what has it been, a week? Has it even been a full week that we've been in like 2 seasons? And a whole week hasn't gone by, but whatever. Anyway, but we start off with Hannah at the hospital, and she's telling Mrs. Cryer, what's going on with Wyatt and all of that, and telling him, that he's kind of in the comatose state, this, that, and the other, but they're saying, they're lessening the meds, so everything's cool, and it'll be cool for her to come down and actually see him. And she's like, no, Hannah, I can't. So she had asked her to put the phone up to his ear. She put the phone up to his ear, and she told him, Wyatt, you get up and you walk out of that hospital and you walk on back home, and I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be angry at you and all that. It was real touching. That was cute. So right before Hannah leaves out of the room, in comes Jeffery. And she ends up talking to Jeffery and basically lets Jeffery know, you could come and talk to me. I know your situation is pretty bad. And she told him, you know what? No matter what kind of a hellcat your mother is, what happened at Mrs. Cryer's house can never happen again. Don't you put your hands on your mother ever again. But she asked him about prayer and praying and all of that kind of stuff. They even touched on the whole thing that he's gay and she's a Christian, and she got him together. She's like, so I'm a Christian, so I can't talk with you and pray with you and love on you because I'm a Christian. I'm not that type of Christian. I said, yes, Hannah, bitch. So that was cool. I said, all right, Tyler. But anyway, so that they had that whole thing go on. So Jeffrey's in there laying on, he's talking to Wyatt, telling Wyatt, come on back, we're here for you, we love you, blah, 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 blah. And he's laying his head down on Wyatt, like on Wyatt's chest, because he's kind of sitting up, no IVs, no nothing, but he's just sitting up. That motherfucking Veronica done walked up in there. That bitch's hair was sharp too. I said, I didn't even notice her little bob. Her bob it's just as full in the back and just as done. I said, okay, Veronica, bitch, you got your wig on. You look good, bitch. You look good for a bitch that just been stabbed up, honey. So I laughed. I said, that must be one of the Jason Voorhees lace fronts that she's wearing, honey. That line is coming out soon, honey. Anyway, but so she says to him, if you lay your head any lower, you be committing a crime. I said, bitch, you trying it, honey. So anyway, they go back and forth. She basically tells Jeffery, listen, you're going to do what I say do. The same old shit, the same old threat that she gives back and forth. She threatened to send the police to Candice's house if he doesn't come to her house for an engagement party the next day. And all of this, and she was trying to approach Wyatt, and he kept stepping in front of her. She said, look at you protecting your man. And he gonna say, he's not my man. She said, that's right, he's not your man. I'm glad you understand that. This, that, and the other. So they have their normal exchange, like she ain't got enough. And then she said, you have that crazed look in your eye again. I recognize it. He said, it's good that you recognize it. And she said, son, she said, yeah, I just don't want to provoke you. He gonna say, why is there too many sharp objects in the room? I said, child, you giving me serial killer tease now, honey. I said, okay. So they go through all that bullshit. And she told him, if you ever raise your hand to me again, the next person that visits you will make that shit with Quincy look like a walk through the park. I said, smack her. Smack her now. Smack her damn face. She's a mess. That damn Veronica, you put a knife in my chest. He said, well, you're walking. That means you must be fine. I said, oh. It was a mess. Anyway, Hannah And the same time, meantime, between time, Hannah done walked out of there and then walked in and seen little Quincy. He's still in the hospital. Anybody never picked him up. She let her know if somebody don't come pick him up by tomorrow morning, he's going into foster care. He's going to definitely be placed with the family because he's been there 3 days. So that's the thing that made me think about it. Like, God damn, it ain't been but a weekend that we've been doing all this. So that's that. And he was like, come on, Grandma, I feel fine. It's time to go. I'm ready to go home. I said, I know that's right, little boy. So they do all that. Let's see. Candice and Erica. Candice and Erica is still staking out. They're talking to Mitch. She basically puts Mitch down like, you know, war is going to have me killed. I know you tried to help me, but you done fucked me. And this, that, and the other. He's like, listen, I ain't told you everything about my family. Trust me. You're going to be okay. And don't even worry about it. I was like, all right now. So they go through all that. Candice is like, just stay out of it. Then they decide that Erica is going to mark David. David is going to be Erica's new mark. That's how they're going to get back at David, because they done figured out that Oscar's there to see David. David and Oscar were actually meeting down at the campaign headquarters because he ended up getting a gun off of him and all that because he's getting ready to go see Benny's ass. A mess. So they go through all that. So Erica's going to go ahead and mark David. So we could look forward to that. Erica's going to try to get David to fall in love with her. I don't know how that's going to work out, but he is in a vulnerable state right now. So that's what she's figuring out. Candice is going to continue following Oscar and checking him out to see what he got going on. All right, so we got all that going on. War and damn Jim. They're in jail. They took a lot of time with this. It was a mess, but they went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth about when Jim was in the basement and all of that, and he'd been waiting to get back at War, and now he got him just where he wants him, and I'm not going to be in here, and I'm going to get you, and on and on and on and on and on. And then they got down to the whole thing of, you've been fooled by Candice, because Candice didn't get $2 million off, or $4 million off of me. No, she told him $400,000. Something about $400,000 at first. And then he came clean and said, no, $4 million is what she actually had. He said, no, she actually got $7.4 million off of me. And this is the part that got me with War. He told him, she got $7.4 million off of me. I got back all but $4. She got the houses and the tow yard. So she spent $2. War knows that she gave him $2. So everything's clear. He knows that he knows the complete story, but she never told him that she got $7.4 million. She told him $4 million, and she told him, you know, I spent $2 on the houses and all that, and I have $2 left, and he took the $2. Which left her with nothing. So tell me why crazy ass motherfucking War is on the rampage again, because he says she fucking lied to me twice. 7.4. Yeah, but she doesn't have $7.4 million, you stupid motherfucker. He sat there and told you that he got back $3.4 million from her. So what are you going off for? Because she didn't lie. He's on my nerves. He's on my nerves, and I can't wait for Mitch and his family to fuck him up, because that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be Mitch and his family going to fuck War's ass up, and I'm so here for it. He's getting on my nerves with his crazy bullshit. But him and Jim did a handshake on him taking Candice out. And, oh, we'll be cool, and I'll help get you out of here, you know, and you and I'll be cool. Fuck you, War. You're a weirdo, and I don't have any use for you. Anyway, so last thing is Benny and David. David went down to see Benny, and like I said, Benny was on some old fuck shit, running his mouth. Honey, they got to going back and forth, back and forth. Next thing I know, David done punched Benny in the mouth, and they got the scuffling, baby, and carrying on. Because he kept telling him, he's like, you so fucked up about your wife. I ain't messing with your wife. He ain't even catching it. I said, Benny, you so stupid. He ain't even catching it. He's like, I don't give a fuck about my wife. You better stay your motherfucking ass away from my goddamn son. That's what you better do. You know? And that whole thing, they got to fighting and carrying on. David was fucking Benny up at first. Then Benny started fucking David up. Then David got the gun out, baby, and they got to tussling over the gun. And then Mitch came, and then it kind of went off. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here, honey. But I was like, damn, okay. But I told y'all last week, I told you that Benny was going to be on some arguing ass fuck shit, and Dave was going to sock the shit out of him, and he did just that. Wham! I said, uh-huh. Fucking with that damn Jeffery. Just a damn mess. Anyway, so that's it. That's all that really went on. It was, yeah, the episode, it wasn't bad, but it didn't knock me out. It was cool. It was cool. All right, talk to y'all later.